Hi everyone, here I am again in my ayahuasca retreat. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I've just arrived. This is 6 months have passed since the last time, can you believe it? And I've just arrived, so I'm going to take my stuff in, get to know everybody, and then tomorrow I'll give you an overview of what happened this evening. I'm excited. I've got my guitar with me, so I'm going to play a few songs if that's permitted, and I think it should be lovely. So, I'll see you all soon. Hello, good morning. Today's Saturday. We had our first ceremony last night and it was splendiferous. It was incredible. It was the best ceremony I've ever been in, and the atmosphere was fantastic. The people are great. The group of people were about 26 people. Wonderful people. The Manuel the shaman is probably, well, I haven't had any experience with other shamans, but he manages the whole experience so well, and he does it through his music, and through there's music and then there's silence, and the silences can be quite deafening when you're with the medicine with ayahuasca. Deafening. And it was just beautiful. I was dancing with Jesus. Now come on, you can't get, and in fact I was actually on the right hand side of Jesus, okay, because people here are allowed to be called Jesus, and it was lovely. It was lovely, and now I'm going to talk to, there are a couple of people who speak English, so hopefully I'll be able to entice them into doing an interview and talking about their experience too. Alright, so I'll see you later. Hello, welcome to Peaceful Rebellion. We are here with Tom.
Hello.
And Tom is here on our ayahuasca retreat weekend. And Tom, was this your first time? Yeah. So tell us, what was your experience like for the first time?
It defied my expectations. I kind of went into it, I think, trying to set some intentions, trying to be mindful about why I was doing it, but not trying to pin it down, which is just as well, because it would have been impossible to pin down. But I found it wonderful. I think in general that kind of need to connect with other people and need to connect in general is part of who we are as a kind of, whether we were around a campfire as tribes, or whether we're working in tower blocks, we need that human connection.
Yeah.
And I feel like, particularly, if you read the newspapers, or if you've been locked in your flat for the last year and a half because of various lockdowns, or if you've not seen your family and things like that, you maybe don't realise how disconnected, or I didn't realise how disconnected I'd been feeling.
Sure.
And it was a really wonderful way to reconnect.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. What made you come? What attracted you to ayahuasca?
I think I guess I prized the lid off this kind of stuff with meditation. Mm-hmm. Quite a few years ago now, and then starting to ask different questions in different ways, and kind of ask different things of myself, mm-hmm. and have less demands and more questions. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's just, for me anyway, it was a potential logical next step.
Yeah.
It made sense to me, and I think if you give yourself up to instinct, your instinct will take you to the right place.
Absolutely. And just to round off, obviously we're going to talk tomorrow after the second night, because we've only had one. What do you say to people who kind of say, "Ooh, keep away from that, it's dangerous, you're going to ruin your mind," and all of that? What do you think?
I think there's two ways to answer that. There's the factual scientific approach, which is look at the data. People are not throwing themselves out the window. They're not having, really traumatic experiences that damage them long term. It's not that kind of experience. But on the other hand, if you don't want to do it, then you shouldn't do it.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's not a need to, it's a want to.
I mean, they do say you don't find ayahuasca finds you. And it's almost like you feel called to it. It's the right time. Yeah.
I mean, my experience this morning in the kind of the afterglow of it was to, not deliberately, but I had a kind of like a photo Rolodex going through my head of the people I wanted to talk to about this, who I think might get something out of it, and
Absolutely.
might kind of benefit from it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a come on, everybody do what I'm doing kind of person, but
Yeah.
I found that, if you see a beautiful view, that view's even better if you can share it with someone.
Absolutely. I recall after the first time that I did it, I talked to everybody. I was saying, you've got to do this. And of course, nobody's done it that I talked to, but I think the seed's planted, and when it's right, the time's right, I think it will be right.
Yeah, people come to things in their own time.
Absolutely.
If you don't share, then they won't. You don't give them the opportunity.
Absolutely. Spread the joy.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Tom, and we'll talk
pleasure.
again tomorrow. Well, this is the beginning. It's starting to become nighttime. This is the beginning of the next night. It's Saturday night. So we are just about to start. I've just had a siesta. I feel so much better now. And I had a little practice on my guitar. I just want to show you the sheep. No, don't be a sheep. People eat sheep. Don't be a sheep. There we are. So we're going to start. Here's the cabin. We're going to start and wish me luck. And I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Bye bye. Hello, welcome to Peaceful Rebellion. I'm here with Svedba. And Svedba's come all the way over from Northern Ireland, yes?
Yes, Belfast.
From Belfast to Spain to experience the retreat here. This isn't your first time, is it?
It's my second time here.
Your second time. Why have you come back to ayahuasca? Why did you return?
Oh, because I realized it helped me a lot for the first time. It really improved some areas in my life that I didn't expect it, and that's why I decided that it's time to go back. Because the first time I went, obviously, because before COVID, and now it's the second time.
Okay. And what was the experience like last night? How did it compare to the first time?
Oh, it's very different. Like every experience, they say every experience is different, and it was different. So to make a long story short, I didn't have any visual experiences. It's more about emotional, healing trauma and stuff.
Okay, cool. And then we've got another night coming. The second night typically is the party night, like the more fun night. But last night was really very much like a party, wasn't it? It was. Okay.
I want to share something. At my last time. So the first night it was a different night, and the second night was party night. So I wonder if the first night is party night. So what's gonna be with the second night? It would be interesting to explore.
Let's see whether everything calms down or everything lifts up. Let's see. We'll see. Okay. See you later. Well, today's Sunday, so we've had 2 retreats, 2 ceremonies. And they've been beautiful, absolutely, and very different. The first night was kind of, everyone was really excited, and you could feel the energy, and everything was really up. And last night was kind of more mellow, and the music was more mellow and everything. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Last night the plant, when you're with the medicine, it can show you things that can shock you. In fact, I think that's one of its jobs, is to kind of shock you a bit, and it's almost like a joke to the medicine. I know I'm talking about as if the medicine was personified, and it really, until you've experienced it, you don't know. It is. It's a real, and there's more than one. There's like a lot of little pixies on that side working very hard to give you the best experience ever. And anyway, they were showing me some really, really horrible things, ridiculous things. It was making me laugh, but I was talking to it, and I said, please, talking to her actually, I was talking to Pachamama, and I said, please, just give me some love. Don't give me all of these horrible things. Give me some love. Come on. And effectively, that's what she did. Suddenly, I was filled with love. I was filled with this feeling of overwhelming love for humanity, love for myself, love for the moment, love for the music. It was just incredible, and that love lasted the whole night. It was so beautiful, and we're with such a beautiful group of people as well. Beautiful group of people. And of course, over the weekend, we've only been here two days, but you create bonds with people because everybody's here for the same reason, and to connect with the plant, and it's such a beautiful experience. Beautiful experience. This has been the best retreat I've ever had, ever, since the beginning. So we'll talk a little bit more with the people. Hello, welcome to Peaceful Rebellion again. Here we are. This is the last day. We've had the second ceremony. We're going to eat and then we're going to go home. But we wanted to catch up with Tom and see what his experience was of last night. Different, yes?
Different, yeah. Kind of new but familiar. It was like stumbling over things that you had forgotten or always knew. I felt a overwhelming sense of connection, both to the people in the room sharing it together, and that connection came from the plant, but it came from the people as well, being willing to share and open up and be vulnerable and present. And I feel like everybody really saw each other. And then the connection kind of ripples out in waves, and I feel connected to, it's going to be difficult maybe for the viewer to kind of appreciate. I might sound like a bit of a hippie, but I feel like I was there with my wife, and she was there with me, and my family, and my friends, and everybody else. Everybody. Yeah, it's true. And have you noticed? I certainly have that the insights that come from the plant, from the medicine, are not especially difficult ones. They're really ones that we really know, but just something that it does, the medicine does, that makes them hit our heart, I think. And we know them when we come out. Yeah, I think there's it taps into something that we innately know, but we do sometimes need a little push. Yeah. And I don't know why, but we don't listen to ourselves sometimes. No. And that's true. Sometimes we need a little help to listen to that voice inside us, and whether that voice comes from us or whether it's a collective voice, or it's the voice of the plant, or all of this, I don't know, but the voice is there. It's there, and it's certainly not yours, is it? I don't think so. No. I think it was there already, but then I feel like we were all here already. Yeah. I got this insight. It was showing me the connectiveness of what it does. It reminds us of where we've all come from, like that origin, that deep connection of, that takes us to the jungle. It's like the very beginning of everything, and it's wonderful. Yeah, definitely tried if you fancy, but beware that Pachamama, which is medicine, the lady behind it all, she is very loving after she's hit you with a stick. Yeah, stick, then love. Sometimes you need that tap on the forehead. Oi, sunshine, listen up. Absolutely, just to get your attention. Yeah,
And then once she's got your attention, she tells you what you've got to do. Yeah. Okay, Tom. Well, listen, you're travelling back to Lisbon now, aren't you?
I am.
So have a lovely journey, and I hope to see you in the future on one of these
Absolutely.
again.
Well, if not before, I'll see you wherever this happens next year.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, let's go and have lunch.
Absolutely. Okay. See you later.
Ciao.
Thanks, Tom.